This is a album that's coming out in February, and it's been described as, for you, a spiritual journey through song. Walk me through that.
Yeah, I mean, the way that I write, it's just I'm always discovering things. My process, generally, I write music first, and then melody, and then lyrics. And lyrics are kind of my favorite part, but for me, the context of them leads me to them. I don't usually set out to write a particular song about a particular thing.
Is it weird having a spiritual sort of awakening through music? Because I think most people have a spiritual journey in their lives at some stage.
Yeah, I hope so.
They usually go through it maybe in a private sense or maybe in a somewhat public sense, but yours is...
Mine's both.
It's
not like I share my journal with you. You know what I mean?
No, but still, there would be clues that lie within the lyrics of your songs.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, I think so. And I just think inevitably my life, whether I'm writing fiction or fact, my life will seep into the songs. So if that's the journey I'm on, that's the journey you're going to come along with me.
Yeah.
And I love to share it. I love talking about what makes my life feel better, because in an ideal world, maybe it'll make your life feel a little better too. Take what you will from it.
Suffer is, depending on who you are and how you listen to the song, you're going to read it in many different ways. But it's a very powerful song, isn't it?
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about the video. I hadn't seen the video. I'd listened to the song a bunch of times, and Paul, who I work with, said, "Oh, you should see the video. It's a whole bunch of different shots of people singing along." Once I see the video, it means more to me. What sort of message are you trying to tell with this song?
I guess it was kind of literal. The idea was just to get a bunch of different people. All of them were in Winnipeg, and they all just responded to a post on the internet I made. Hey, looking for people to be in this video. Here's the concept. Got an overwhelming response of people. It was actually really moving, just reading through everyone's submissions. I just couldn't believe that many people would want to do that.
So they're all fans.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And some of them are my friends, but for a lot of them, we went to their house or to their space or to a place that meant a lot to them, and shot the video there with them, which was really cool. And then we just pieced it all together.
I've noticed on the notes here that you have a bunch of U.S. dates on a tour, but I don't see any Canadian dates. Can we safely assume that once the album drops, we'll probably get some Canadian dates as well?
We just announced Canadian dates.
Oh, you just did?
Yeah.
When?
I can't remember exactly when, but it'll be a really special tour. I'm taking the full band, opening up for another great artist, William Prince.
Okay.
Whose album I actually worked on. I produced it, and Austin, who works in my band and played all over my record, also helped a lot with that record, played all over that. So I think it'll be a really special show.
Who were you listening to outside of your own bubble while you were making this?
While I was making this?
Yeah.
I was listening to this one Paul Simon album, Rhythm of the Saints, a lot. I went through a huge Paul Simon kick while I was working on this record. But I was working on the writing for this record for 3 years, so I really went through a lot of different phases. I went through a huge Molly Blues phase, listening to a lot of Tenarwin.
Let me ask you about your music phases. When you hear something, you're like, ooh, I need to hear more.
Yeah, that's all I listen to.
Are you the type to go to a record store and dig and find those records and buy them, or would you stream that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'll either stream them or go on Bandcamp and buy them, depending on where they are. Yeah, typically.
I heard that you guys were talking about vintage things in the car on the way over. Now that you've been around for a while and people know who you are and you're probably making some money as a musician, are you collecting vintage gear? I hear you might be.
Yeah, I do collect a bit of vintage gear.
Yeah,
I try to keep it only stuff that I use generally.
Yeah.
But
do you have a favorite?
Yeah, my favorite piece is my tape machine, my Tascam 388. It's a pretty unusual tape machine, and it's just really special. It's a lot of fun. And then I'm kind of getting into Soviet microphones and Japanese microphones.
Okay.
I like them because you can sometimes get good deals on them still, and they sound fantastic. And I have a feeling that if I ever wanted to sell them in 10 years, they'll be worth a lot more. So it's not a terrible way to spend my money.
What about vintage clothing? Is that part of your whole deal as well?
This is all
vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get asked about your look?
Not that often, although a woman on the street in Brooklyn said my haircut was cool and I looked like a rock star, which that made me feel good because I cut my own hair.
You do cut your own hair?
Yeah.
Have you always cut your own hair?
No, but I mostly cut my own hair.
Musicians that cut their own hair, it's quite something, because you have this look that everyone loves, and I the photo that comes along with all the press is you. I don't know whether you're in the ocean or a lake or something.
Oh, I was in Lake Winnipeg.
How many? I was wondering how long you were standing in a lake for, because I would imagine
That was freezing cold.
Right, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, he's Canadian. This is clearly somewhere in Canada.
In
He's
May, yeah.
How cold was it?
It was cold. I was chilled actually afterwards. Yeah.
For how long were you in the water for?
We had to do it twice, so probably 15 or 25 minutes both times.
Okay, would you do that again?
Yeah, I loved it.
Thank you so much for coming by. It was awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Real quick, your song is now the most added song this week on Alt Radio and most played.
Yeah,
How's
that's so
that feel?
exciting. It feels great.
Yeah?
Second time this has happened in my life, and both times I didn't fully believe it would, so I'm really grateful for everyone who did believe that it would.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet.
Cheers.
Good goddamn, what a masterpiece laid out on the street in front of me. Good goddamn, another tragedy laid out on the street in front of me. Prices go up and they don't come down. Costs $40 just to hang around. I know people sleeping on the ground. Prices go up and they don't come down. I wanna know where my money went. I want a new president. Wanna believe that God is benevolent. I wanna know where my money went. Yeah. We all suffer under the cover of the night. Under the cover of the night. We all suffer. Yeah. Painkillers and nicotine, white bread and trash TV. You can drink yourself half asleep, just don't do it in front of me. Bad actors in politics, I can't take too much more of this. I'm looking for a more permanent fix, like a deep dark hole in a ditch. We sit in our living rooms and become what we consume. There's nothing old, nothing new, just whatever's in front of you. Yeah. We all suffer under the cover of the night. Under the cover of the night. We all suffer.